My name is Rhapsody. Welcome back to Monster Train. My start recording button is the same as the submit feedback button for this game, so sorry about the pop-up at the very start there. We're going to be playing the Hellhorns with the Awoken in the back line. Also going to turn on the Covenant. I actually think the Covenant honestly makes the game a little bit easier by giving you a couple cards at the start that you can start using to bootstrap a strategy. Ritual of Battle, 3 copies of that. Ooh, sorry, 2 copies of that. It's just 3 mana. Glimmer, restore 2 health to all friendly units and deal 2 damage to all enemy units, as well as Battering Ram, deal damage to the front enemy unit equal to 5 times the amount of armor on friendly units. So I'm probably going to try and go for like a Rage multi-strike build here. Friendly enters. Ooh, summon abilities trigger an additional time. That's really good for an Imp build. But friendly units enter with Rage 3. If I'm going to be doing a multi-strike kind of like Rage build and capitalizing on it with the Rituals of Battle, I think that's probably a good idea. Yeah, there's our multi-strike Rage. Okay. Yeah, we're doing it. We're doing it. Big multi-striker Rager boy. Enemies enter with spikes 2. Our multi-striker Prince only has 3 health, and that's honestly what's going to be doing most of our damage here. So I really can't take those 50 coins. That should just about do it. Got him. Put a train suit on the next line. Kill the backliner here so that we don't lose a minion. Heal up. Okay, so we're looking for more multi-strikers. And a magic power upgrade to Glimmer would not go astray. About all I can do there, though. Well, that's all the damage we get to do this turn. Ow. Another train steward in front. Torch you, Glimmer. I guess I can do that turn as well. The second train steward should have gone in the back line. I would have dealt more damage that way. Yeah, because it had more damage. Alright, so we're going to lose 8 HP up here, but the Pyre still defends us. Inflame, apply 3 rage and 2 armor. Sorry, 3 rage and 5 armor. Pretty good. Sharpen, Restoration, Detonation, and Wildwood Custodian here. Sharpen, apply 2 spikes. Restoration, Detonation, restore 15 health to a friendly unit. Deal damage to the front enemy unit equal to double the amount healed. And Wildwood Custodian, draw an additional card a turn. Only possible consideration here is Wildwood Custodian just for the extra draw. I'll take it. Gain an Awoken unit and forge my spells to gain new powers. If we can get one of the multi-striker Awoken units, that'd be really good. We don't have any minions in our deck to upgrade at this point. Not really minions in this deck to upgrade. So going over here to the Merchant of Steel, I don't think is a great idea. Let's go for the Awoken unit. Sweep is still pretty good with Rage. Okay. Take that, and then upgrade a spell with +4 magic. Put that on Glimmer for 6 health to all friendly units and 6 damage to all enemy units. That's pretty powerful. We can upgrade a spell to gain Permafrost, so like a Ritual of Battle. Actually, you know what? More than that, I think I want to make like Ritual of Battle cost less. I think I'm going to start with making Inflame cost less, though. Pyre Absorbers. These Pyre-sensitive attackers are heavy hitters and get stronger when spells are cast. Use your spells wisely. Unit banner. So that's an extra 2 random units, and I can choose between them at the end of the fight. I would really, really, really like to take this, but I think I lose a lot of HP if I do. Dang it, we just don't have the right build to go for these kinds of things right now. I'll pop a torch on you, put a custodian on the top floor, get a trained steward on the second. I mean, I could glimmer on the... I should probably glimmer on this floor. Gain 1 extra damage, but I heal up 2. Yeah, worth. I need to apply more rage to my back. Thank heck. Ritual of battle. Good. Definitely needed that extra rage there. So 6, you'll attack 3 times and then kill the Husk Hermit, but if I inflame it... Actually, you know what? No, if I restore it. Okay, I'm gonna give you the rage, restore you to keep you around for longer, and then we win. And that'll do it. Beautiful. Just gonna rush through these first couple sections. Fledgling Imp, Welder Helper, and Fortify. Fledgling Imp for the extra rage. 1 additional card a turn, really? I could go for regen 5 on a character. I think I go for the extra Wildwood Custodian. Try and make things like Inflame cost 0 and then play them stupid amounts of times. So over this side, I can get an artifact, upgrade a unit, as well as go to the Hellvent Caverns. Over this side, I can get a Hellhorned unit and forge my spells to gain new powers. I still don't really have units to upgrade. I might just use this for removal, take the artifact, and go for this. Hellhorned units. How many multi-strikers are there in the Hellhorned units? Not an incredible amount. Demon units gain multi-strike. Well, now all of them are multi-strikers in the Hellhorned units. There's also, whenever you draw a card, its cost is randomized between 0 and 3 in the volatile gauge. I'm gonna take Grgs. Go there, though. And the event reads thusly. The Bone Shaker makes its way to an abandoned trade yard. Through an abandoned trade yard, rather. The once bustling workshop is now eerily silent and empty, picked over by scavengers. Though, in the rubble, you're able to make out a couple of things that might be useful. A large hook and some quick-release doors. So the doors are consume, so it's, you know, can only be played once a battle. And descend a unit to the bottom floor, apply dazed 1. Dazed means it will skip its turn. There's also Steel Pulley Claw to ascend a unit to the Pyre Room and apply dazed 3. So if I have 20 damage on my Pyre, I ascend something to the Pyre Room and daze it 3 times. It doesn't attack, I do. It doesn't attack, I do. It doesn't attack, I do. Then it attacks, right? So if it has anything less than 60 health, the hook just kills it. The hook is installed in the Bone Shaker's Pyre Room, giving you an easy way to drag any invaders upwards and subject them to the power of the Pyre. It'll also make any artifacts I get that increase the power of my Pyre much better. Greater unit with quick. Oh, that'd be so good if I actually... Oh, hang on. Husk Hermit. I can give it extra damage and quick? No, I can't give it extra damage and quick. I can give it quick, though. I'll give it quick. Having a sweeper attack before anyone else? That'll just stop, like, a bunch of small enemy units from getting off their tiny attacks. Especially here in the early game where there are so many of them. It'll even kill the bomb before the bomb goes off. Explosive Sigil. Enemy units deal 2 damage to the front unit on death. So I want to try and kill units when I'm not on the same floor as them as often as I possibly can here. If I put down the Husk Hermit, I'll take 8 damage to the Husk Hermit. But... Oh, I should have torched one first. That's my bad. But I'll also do 46 damage to the boss. It's pretty good. I'm okay with the Fledgling Imp taking all the damage from this. Let's go for that, and then Ritual of Battle. I just need to be able to constantly put out the Ritual of Battles on my my champion. Apply Forge Disciple. So now it's in the Pyre Room and it's got days 3, so we'll watch what happens. Oh, it actually dealt 2 damage back because of the Explosive Sigil. Whoops. Wasn't thinking about that. I'm gonna Glimmer for the heal here. Let's go for a Custodian behind you for the extra draw. Heal again. It's 25 damage to the front unit, at least. Another Wildwood Custodian for more draw. And I think I just restore 3 times there. I'm fine with losing the unit on the next floor, because we're not really going to get to the next floor. Give him a big business. Gave him the business. Okay, an additional card a turn, additional energy. Additional energy is very important when I have Rituals of Battle, I think. Dark Deal, apply 5 damage. Sorry, deal 5 damage, apply Rage 8. Or Last Stand. Double the amount of rage on friendly units. Yeah, Last Stand. And then we want to upgrade that as much as possible. Rail Beater now has multi-strike, so I can't really afford to avoid that. It's too good. Just by virtue of having that multi-strike. So over here, we can duplicate any card that isn't the champion, remove 2 cards from the deck and gain a Hellhaunt unit. Or I can forge a spell, gain some money. So forging a spell here, like, I want to... Maybe on a second copy of Steel Pulleyclaw. I want another copy of Last Stand, but that's very expensive, but I think I actually still go for it. So the removal here is... I want to say, like, Restore, Torch. Yeah, just the kind of normal removal. Keep everything a little bit balanced here. Hellhaunt unit. We have Rage 3 on you, multi-strike, and when you slay, you apply 2 rage to friendly units. That's a good backliner behind, like, a Rail Beater or something. And then let's dupe. I could get another End Flame, but I think really what I want is another Last Stand. If I'm going to be going all in on the Rage build, that's what I want. I'm also going to have like a bunch of relics that are really, really good for this. I think I can take this. Because I gave myself the extra energy from Fel's Remorse, I can still cast my most important stuff, and a random artifact for me could be huge. Could be incredibly huge. Let's go Beater, Hornbreaker. Train Steward on the next floor. I can put the clipped refractor to the top. Actually, no, when I incant, it'll get armor 10, so it'll actually get an attack through. That's annoying. Maybe I'm okay with losing my front unit down here. Because when I lose my front unit, I can put the Husk Hermit down, but then I'm like 3 hands away from my next Husk Hermit possibility. Fine, I think I'll save it. I am going to use the pulley claw there. Sure, you do get... No, you don't get a hit off, actually, because I have 30 HP on this, 30 damage on this now. Good. And pop a branded warrior up here, I think. Yeah, it'll kill the collector for me, and it'll also give itself some rage. It'll be a good next line of defense for us. Plus, I'm not going to turn down 75 gold. Put the fledgling in front so it takes the hit here. Use last stand to double all of their rage. Yeah, 39 damage times 2 and 26 damage times 2. Yeah, pretty good. Ooh, apparently I'm dying to both of them this time. I think I'm actually going to drop the Wildwood Custodian here. I don't get the draw out of it, but it does save my other unit for an extra turn. Glimmer is a giant heal on you. Enflame on... I think I should Enflame on you. I need to give you some armor, actually, so that you can survive against multiple hits. Pop a Wildwood Custodian again back in the front line there. And up here, get a Train Steward directly in front of you because you're a big boy with very little HP. So 10. Can't get the Rail Beater to live for another turn. So I'll put that on you, and then just double torch, I guess. All I can really afford to do. 322 damage that turn, not bad. I think how I win is by Ritual of Battle up here and then Last Stand. Should be in the next hand. Yeah, it's there. There we go. Got him! And we did all of that and got the Channel Heart. Sting spells gain plus 20 magic power and cost +1. No. Not part of this build. Alloy of the Ancients. That's a lot of armor for a frontliner unit for us. Imp Portent Work. We only have one imp in the entire deck. We're not likely to add that many more. Take the Alloy of the Ancients there. Spreading Spores. Consume. Apply 2 regen and 2 spikes. Add 2 copies of this card to your discard pile. Cycle of Life. Enhanced with spikes 3 and 10 health. An invigorating solution for 3 draw. I don't think I want any of these again. I don't want the extra draw because I have such expensive spells that I often run out of mana with just that hand anyway. I can get another Last Stand with a Hellbent. I think that's probably a good idea as well. Sting spells gain plus 10 magic power and piercing. Oh, if I had both of those, that would be hilarious, but also, I still would need to suddenly find a bunch of stings. Units cost -1. I mean, my units don't cost that much. It just gives me the ability to play another thing on the same turn as them, I guess. Fine. 20 isn't that big anyway. Okay, upgrade the champion. You have multi-strike, rage 5, armor 10. When you slay, you gain 5 armor. So I like that, don't get me wrong. But when you have rage, an extra multi-hit is ridiculous. And I want to have the ability to turn him into a brawler level 3. Dupe any card that's not your champion. I really wish I'd managed to upgrade this Last Stand before I had to dupe it 2 times there. I could have had a much better Last Stand. Sycophants of Seraph. Seraph has recruited many to his cause, both winged and clipped. These followers have grouped together to inundate you with sheer numbers. Our sweep unit should do really good on this floor. Let's go Glimmer there. Sweeper has got to go on the bottom floor, so we'll go Rail Beater, Wildwood Custodian, Hornbreaker, Ritual of Battle. Let's Kermit. So that'll do all of my sweeping. I think I put the Branded Warrior up here. Actually, no, I can't just torch that. If I want to get my 75 there, I have to use the Branded Warrior on the top floor. Last stand definitely happens on this floor. We've now got a lot of damage. It's only going to happen more with more last stands. I honestly think they're never getting past the bottom floor anymore, so I think I do go for that. Got him. So all of those had Extinguish, which triggers on their death, and it gave +2 damage to all allies, you can see. Which is why the Husk Hermit is hurting so bad. That's pretty much perfect. And then a train suit on the front line, and then a train suit on the back line. Yeah, that could scarcely be better. We get to lose the imp. We get to continue sweeping. And then our big boy just clears stuff up for us. Okay. Let's go Enflame, Ritual of Battle. And heck, another Wildwood Custodian, sure. In front of the beater. Yeah, if that dies, that's totally okay. By the time it's threatened, I won't need the draw. And then I'm still... Alright. Yeah, this could completely shred the boss unit. And in fact, it does. You can see the boss unit is already dead. Okay, good. Whew. Yeah, so multiplicatives are always really, really powerful in games like this. Think like Entrench, think Catalyst, think Divinity, Wrath. Multiplicatives are really, really good. Return a consume spell to your hand. Like Alloy of the Ancients is really good to return. Steel Pulley Claw can be really good to return. Ascend a unit and apply Daze 2. That I can use that as kind of like a little, like a poor man's Steel Pulley Claw. Reinforce, double the armor on a unit. That's also really, really good. It's just we don't have that much armor in the deck. We have one Alloy of the Ancients, and then we have the Rail Beater spawning with 10. I think, if anything, it's probably the tiresome climb here. Yeah. Just to spread units out across floors so I'm not constantly fighting everything on the bottom floor. Restore friendly units to full health. Only our sweeper really has that much HP with 20. I think it's probably draw 1, enhance the drawn card to cost 0. Because if that ever hits a last stand, oh baby, or a Ritual of Battle, they are enhanced for the duration of the battle. Sounds good to me. Okay, offers a random selection of artifacts, 2 removal and 20 pyre health. Versus an artifact, concealed cavern, and upgrading a unit. I need the random selection of artifacts. There's so many rage artifacts in the game left that we clearly can't get. +3 to magic power. Honestly, isn't that bad when I have 2 copies of Glimmer in the deck. First time each turn a friendly unit is healed, draw 1, and regens restores +1 HP per stack. Yeah. If anything, it'd be Tempered Talisman and then leave. I'm thinking about purging my cards, but honestly, I'm trying to save money for these artifact selections so that I can find the right one. There's another artifact shop in the next area. Okay. I honestly think at this point I probably save my money. No, maybe it's Tempered Talisman, but as I keep removing these restores and torches, like, I move it down to the point that only Glimmer is really affected by the Tempered Talisman. 2 cards in a 27-card deck. It's not that great. I'm gonna actually leave that one. Really hope the next artifact shop is a lot better. He'll cleanse you of your sinful... Oh. I didn't read that at the start. That means he'll remove my buffs and debuffs. Okay. How do I still make this a win? Because currently I'm relying heavily on that rage multi-strike situation. I mean, giving me 2 Ritual of Battles and I wasn't given the last stand at the start, but 2 Ritual of Battles right before we go into a Seraph the Chaste, really rough. I'm not going to figure out how to pivot in this fight. I have to figure it out afterwards. Rail Beater already costs 0, but thank you, I guess. I'm going to send you and apply Daze 2, so now you don't attack for 2 turns. Is that going to prevent you from doing your ability? Because if it does, then maybe this is okay. Maybe we need to make this a dazed build. No, it still does its ability every floor. Not good. Extremely not good. At least we clear these fights quite quickly. The Ancients, and then Ritual Battle in the back line. Yes, it's buffing the Clipped Reflector constantly. No, it doesn't matter. I think we need to see the artifacts in the next area before we can really make any good decisions. Another restore. Okay. Oh, Fel, when are you gonna actually come into the fight? Let's also get the extra rage there. Still a giant amount of damage against these bosses, at least. Alright, that'll kill the boss. completely fine. Major enhancements. Ugh. Extra capacity each floor. Maybe we need to pivot towards battering ram. Go with the Alloy of Ancients battering ram. Try and go for an armor build now. It's so late to go for that. Alright. Alright. Look, I have to try and pivot. Alright, artifacts. Give me the ability to pivot. Rage has an additional damage per stack is nice. 50% chance to swap the front and back units when they enter your train. Sure, I'll take that. I'll take the Resonant Shard for an additional damage per stack on that. Let's look. What's the next area? Forge spells. Gain an artifact. Upgrade your minions to get new powers. Still haven't collected all the rewards? Oh yeah, no, I'll get the Pyro Remains for an extra 0 HP. At the start of the battle, enemy units appear on every floor. Sure, I'm gonna have to take that, I think. I need to take risks right now to try and save myself from the condition that I've already kind of set up for myself accidentally. That sweeper will kill all of those, but then it dies to their extinguish on the return, deals 5 damage to the front enemy unit. So I'm going to want maybe a train steward here to sop up the hits for them. And a custodian as well. I can't play either of... Yikes. I can't play my units right now because they just die on any floor. I mean, I expected that, but... that doesn't mean it's comfy. You know? It's Pyagro getting... ooh, a last stand. Love that. Railbeater in the front line also dies just to these Wilt Wings. Fine. Buy me the time to do that at least. These units are a lot more manageable. You a bunch of armor, health. I will put a custodian behind you because I really need the extra draw. Try and get back to my minions. Okay. Not taking that much damage to each of them yet. The risks that I have to take on this floor are effectively, like, for in particular taking the Mark of Invasion, it's effectively, do I want to live now but definitely die later? Or possibly die now but might get the ability to win later, right? Do I want a guaranteed loss? Or do I want a possible loss? That for the consumption. Last stand, still not really that many good targets. Train steward, I guess. Train steward fledgling imp on that bottom floor didn't look that good though. These enemies have such HP. I'll put a train steward in the front line here, fully expecting it to die soon. Alright, when's the boss come? Brief respite. Okay, so that's before the boss. Let's go for End Flame. I'm not even a multi-striker. Oh, this is a little rough. Apply Rage. Bunch of armor to you as well. Yes, we are waiting for the frontliner to die still. I need to get my Prince behind that and then wait for the boss to come to the top floor effectively. Okay. Prince is not going to be able to behind it. Okay. Actually, no, the Prince is going to be able to go behind it. Hang on. Dazed, attack. Good. Okay, Hornbreak Prince, you go there. I'm gonna use Tiresome Climb to ascend you and daze you for 2. You won't be able to attack 2 times, so you're not gonna attack this wave, but you will attack by the time Nephil comes up. You can use Ascend and Descend in order to overstack floors. You can see the capacity is 5 there, and I have 2 extra. So I use the Ascension just to put them in the back line. Then I will Last Stand for double Rage. And just play out a Train Steward. Okay. I can go there. Let's go Last Stand, Last Stands. Glimmer. All right. So we win on the top floor, but winning against the final boss is going to be a harder task. We got Petrified Crucible. That's Spikes. Yes, Spikes is an additional +1. Oh, I keep getting all of the things that I would want in a different build. We're not a heavy Imp deck, and it's way too late to pivot to Imp, so Impalate and Important Work here are both not great. Branding Right, Piercing, deal 5 damage, apply 15 armor. Also not great. But it is part for the armor build, and I need that and Battering Ram if I'm going to win, so I have to take it. Reserve Thorns. 3 Sting spells plus both of the Sting relics wouldn't have even been enough. Like, I would have needed, like, all ready to be going into the Sting Sting kind of builds for this to work. Maybe I take the Invigorating Solution now that I've gotten a second Fell's Remorse. Units to gain new powers. Move 2 cards from my deck, gain Pyre health, upgrade my champion, or an artifact. There's no artifact at this point that will just save me by itself, I don't think. Take the health. Look at this. Upgrade a unit with Quick. That is huge, especially on like a branded warrior or something. Let's go with that on the branded warrior. Upgrade a unit with extra damage. Put that on the branded warrior as well. Upgrade a unit with extra damage. Put that on the sweeper, maybe? Because it will have its rage removed, so I'm going to need the sweeper to be decent. Upgrade the champion. All right. So here we have the Hornbreaker Prince with 15 times 3 and has Slay plus 10. So we'll actually be able to get more powerful in terms of its aggression over the course of the fight. And you can't purge the Slay buffs, because the Slay buff is an enhance. It's not a buff on top of it. Rage is a buff, though, so I can't take the Hornbreaker Prince there. It's my bad for not reading the Seraph thing at the very start. That's entirely my bad. I understand it, but there's nothing I can do about that now. All I can do is figure out how I deal with it. It's a strategy I encourage you to adopt. I should probably be removing like Last Stands and Rituals of Battle now. God. Oh, this hurts so much. They're super expensive and they do nothing. At least the Rituals of Battle can still be used after the Seraph has cleared the floor. This is usually speculative. Take out the Final Glimmer rather than that Last Stand. It could still be useful in niche situations. Alright. Seraph will remove buff and debuff effects from our characters. It's okay. We'll figure out a way to do this. So there's Seraph the Trader on the bottom floor. You've already purged this bottom floor that turn. The Gilded Wing being so healthy is really rough for us. But I know if I put my units on the bottom line, they'll at least have their rage for a turn, which gives them the ability to maybe start ramping up a little bit. So Hornbreaker in the back line. Branded Warrior next. Fledgling in the very front. And then should the Fledgling give itself the armor here? I think so, actually. But it's not going to stay on the field for that long. Use that instead. Then Battering Ram for 100 damage to the frontliner. I deal 229 damage to the backline at this turn, at least. Some hearts by drawing a card. Get Husk Hermit. Yeah, fine. Let's go Rail Beater in the front line. Husk Hermit behind it, I think. Let's go Invigorating Solution as well there. I think I just need to deal as much damage to Seraph as I can before the end of the game as well. So I'm just going to buff you with Rage just to deal damage to it. Put a Wildwood's Custodian in front of you because I want that one to die. And then one on the top floor. Just looking for the extra draw. How many more minions do I have in this deck? Just Train Stewards at this point. So Train Steward on the top floor then. I can't branding right my own Demon Warrior without killing it. Like, we're handling everything, but as soon as the boss comes down the bottom line, we're gonna have a bad time. At the very least, did we get one slay off? I think we got one slay off there. 57, 57, 15. No, we never got a slay off on the Hornbreaker Prince. Because the Demon Branded Warrior is so quick that it's actually killing all of them for us. But that'll die to the first hit. Hit. Yeah, the Hornbreaker Prince at least gets one here. The Ritual actually serves us the best on, like, just doing 20 damage right now. Yeah, there goes all of our rage and all of our units on the bottom floor. That sucked. Alright. Let's go Alloy of the Ancients. You attack the next one, then you take 7 back. Can I block that at all? Not really, but I could also I could send this to the Pyre Room and daze it for 3 turns. Which actually would be a lot of damage pushed through this turn. I'm okay with that. Let's push a lot of damage through this turn. Let's go for a Pyro, getting Tiresome Climb. Interesting. I take 7. Raph, are you now in the fight yet? No, back to the top floor. Beautiful. Okay. You attack and kill the first one. You attack the second one. You attack and manage to kill the second one. Steel Wings goes up. That's totally fine. Unfortunately, I can't ascend my own Rail Beater and then have it start fighting. Because it would be dazed. Try and give you enough armor to live. Battering Ram is huge. Absolutely huge. I need it on exactly the right turn against the Seraph, though, in order to deal the 325 damage from it. Because that's currently like a giant amount of our damage is that. I think next turn the Seraph comes down to the bottom floor and that's when it's over for us, basically, so... I'm gonna go Branding Right. Limmer. You attack 2 times. So I'll get another Slay with a Hornbreaker. That's really, really good. Just trying to get the Hornbreaker to live through multiple turns of attacks when the enemy really turns it on, you know? Some climb. No, I'm just gonna murder that one. I don't want to lose the 7 HP on the Branded Warrior. The 7 armor on the Branded Warrior, rather. Final wave. It came down to the bottom. Purges us. Oh, it didn't even purge us then. I actually keep my 5 rage. Oh, okay. Let's just send you out of the way. There's 3 cards left in the deck. Battering Ram is the one I want. I don't really have too many ways about going around that. I just need to try and get it. It's not Battering Ram. There's some armor on this floor, but not enough to really do what I want. Let's go End Flame. The Branded Warrior attacking the front line. I lose 16 damage, but I also rage my backliner for 2. Rage is 2 points of attack. So raging my backliner for 2 is 6 points of attack, 6 points of attack, 13. So I actually am better off leaving the light wings on the front line there. You're doing 40 damage per attack, so yeah, it'll take 2 to get through each of these. That's as much damage as I can do there, I think. Okay. $87 is possibly manageable. Only 16 on this floor, but we do 50 with the battering ram. There's no rage on friendly units right now. I can apply armor to my own unit. Armor to my own unit. Battering ram for 125. So I realized that we couldn't do it with rage. That we weren't going to be able to do the full last stand thing. I had to kill the rage deck as soon as I realized that and pivot hard. But it worked. It worked perfectly. So yes, it was dumb that I didn't check the Seraph at the start. That's entirely on me. I agree with you. But that pivot though. That pivot though? That pivot though. And that was in a Covenant as well. So by winning with a run with these cards, you've unlocked their golden frames. So now we get the golden frame for Hornbreaker, Last Stand, and Steel, Pulley Claw, and 15 more. Hell yeah. We also unlock for the Hellhorn, Imp in a Box, Consume, add 2 random Imp units to your hand, as well as for the Awoken, Awoken's Rail Spike. Consume, draw X, enhance all cards drawn this way, so that is for the duration of the battle again, with -2 Ember cost. Neat. For the moment, I'd like to say, before I end the episode, so don't run away. I'm also going to be I've been streaming this a lot on Twitch recently, so I'm going to upload those VODs. I don't necessarily know exactly how I'm going to be uploading them at this point. I might be cutting them up into individual runs and then just uploading them sporadically, like 1 every 2 hours for a while, which is a lot. I understand. You don't have to watch the VODs if you don't want to, but I understand that there is a lot of hunger for more content on this game right now. And I've got 8 hours of it just sitting on my hard drive. It does feature my face and also banter with chat and stuff like that. But I make sure to always read out the question from chat before I respond to it. So even without chat, you can get the full experience of what the stream was actually like. So if you do want to watch those stream VODs, those will be on the channel as well. I'll probably end up... by the time this video is out, the first one won't have published. I'm just saying effectively keep an eye out for them, basically, at this point. My name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Monster Train. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time.